In 1930, you could own this gold coin, which is almost a full ounce of gold, for $20. These were interchangeable for years. Today, the same gold coin will cost you close to $1,900. I'm trying to get all the bills in here. Lots of hundreds, lots of 50s. The same gold coin. So what happened? Hey everyone, welcome to Campbell's Coins. So in this video, I'm going to go over what has changed, what is different, and I'm going to tell you why it is so important to protect your wealth with gold right now. Coming up. So what's different? Did this $20 gold coin grow? Is there more gold in it now than there was in previous years? Or is it that the dollar is becoming less valuable? From 1849 to 1933, this $20 gold coin could be had for $20. And I know that that is slightly confusing, but I'm just pointing out that the value here did not change. You can exchange a $20 paper bill and get a $20 gold coin. In those 84 years, the price remained the same. Turn in a $20 bill and you get a $20 gold coin. And this is the same with all the other denomination gold and silver coins out there. Those prices remained fixed until 1933. Then in 1933, President Roosevelt made it illegal to own gold. And after everyone turned in their $20 gold coins and all the other gold coins for paper money for this $20 bill, he raised the price of 1 ounce of gold to $35 an ounce for the same gold coin. Folks who turned in their gold lost 70% value overnight because they trusted the government. If those folks held on to their gold in 1933 instead of turning it in for this $20 bill, they could have at least $1,800 today. Why is gold such a good store of wealth? Well, for starters, you can hold a lot of wealth in a small space. That's pretty evident with this 100-gram gold bar. This bar is maybe a 1/4 inch thick, if that, 2.5, maybe 3 inches. I'm going to say actually 2 inches in length. This bar sells now for a little over $6,000, $6,000, and it is much thinner than this stack of 1900. It's also a lot smaller compared to the bills that we have here. So gold is very easy to store a lot of wealth in a small amount of space. It is easy to transport. It can fit in your shoe or any other place if you had to hide it. It is very heavy metal, but like I said before, you can fit a lot of wealth in a small amount of space. Gold is also finite. There is a certain amount of gold on Earth and only so much that we can reach. It is not a plentiful metal either. It is extremely rare. It doesn't decay, and it is literally indestructible. And I'm not using that as a hyperbole. It is literally indestructible. It is very difficult to mine, and every year smaller and smaller amounts are mined. It costs a lot of money to extract gold from the earth. The mining and refining cost that I heard right before COVID hit was around $1,200 an ounce. So at a minimum, gold is worth $1,200 an ounce because that's what it costs to pull out of the earth. Spot price is currently sitting around $18.12. I'm telling you this because it doesn't cost the Federal Reserve much to print dollars. Same thing with cryptocurrency. Anyone can create a cryptocurrency. You just need to have the programming in order to do it. You can create Bitcoin 2.0, Bitcoin 2.1, Bitcoin 2.2, Bitcoin to infinity. How is that special? When anyone can create anything with relative ease, how is it special? One has to look at these things when valuating assets. Proponents of what I'm telling you might say, you can't go to the grocery store and buy food with gold coins. The value a government assigns to gold is arbitrary. You can't take gold with you everywhere. Well, I disagree with all but one point here. Gold is very transportable. It is very small, and while it is heavy, yes, it might be a little bit difficult to transport millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of gold, but in terms of $100,000, I think a $50,000 bar is about the size of this. I think it's 60,000, and it's just a little under a ½ inch thick. So if you were to look at a gold bar in this size, that's pretty small for a lot of wealth. You can go to the grocery store and buy food with gold. Gold backs are a very viable option for small purchases. I've done a couple of videos on gold backs, and you should go check them out if you want to learn more about them. But I just want to show you, this is a 1 gold back. It contains 1/1000th of a troy ounce of pure gold. I highly recommend looking at gold backs for a number of reasons, and you can check out my videos for why I recommend them, and I also give reasons why I don't recommend them, but they are a gorgeous design, and you can find these on JM Bullion and APMEX. They have them for sale. I don't think they have the 1 gold back. These have been out of stock for quite some time. They're very popular. But these are a very good option for purchasing groceries. I think this one right here is worth around, the cost of it is around $350, maybe $380. So if you had a 1 or a 5 gold back, you could easily purchase your groceries with that. Just check out my videos on the gold backs. I go over all the different denominations and what they cost. But these are very viable options for purchasing food and other small purchases that you may have. I do think that silver is better for bartering and those smaller purchases, but gold is definitely a contender when it comes to that. One of the points is very true. A government can arbitrarily assign a price to gold. They could revalue it to $20. And the example that I made in 1933 of Roosevelt doing that is a prime example. Overnight, he changed the price of 1 ounce of gold from $20 to $35. Technically, they could revalue an ounce of gold to $20, but you have to look at a variety of factors, and if that even seems viable and reasonable, you have to look at its rarity and the difficulty and cost it takes to mine out of the ground. By lowering the price of gold, it doesn't suddenly make it more plentiful or less difficult to mine. So why am I telling you all of this? It's because the average person in America works for, you guessed it, dollars. You work hard, you make sacrifices, and you save up for a better tomorrow. You're working for something, though, that is depreciating in value every single day, and it's only getting worse with all the money printing they are doing. The dollar that you made today could not buy as much as the dollar you made last year or any year previous. If you're holding wealth in dollars, you really have to examine how retirement is going to look for you, because now is the time to think about it before the price of gold skyrockets. I've talked about inflation and the economy in a number of other videos that you should check out. Most of them are in my popular videos section. But all one has to do is look at the prices of everyday items and compare those prices, those items of prices, to prices from a decade ago. The stack of dollars that it takes to buy this $20 gold coin will only continue growing and growing. The same goes for healthcare, food, college tuition, rent, etc. All of these have gone up drastically in price. And it's not because they're suddenly harder to get. Gold protects your wealth by preserving it. That's going to do it for me. Let me know your thoughts and comments about this topic in the freaking comments below. I appreciate everyone's comments, and I always try to comment back. Thank you so much for watching Campbell's Coins, and that is my 2 cents.